Hi, this is Rachel. I kind of wanted to send you a video answer to your questions because I think it'll be easier for me to walk you through this through video. Anyway, I wanted to first of all apologize for the delay in responding. I was out of town last week and I have spent all day trying to catch up on last week's emails. So thank you for your patience. Anyway, so first of all, your one question is, how many days are you going to work on this worksheet 1? Obviously, you're working on it in lesson 9, so I'm going to pull this out here. So here we're working on, there we go, lesson 9. We're working on worksheet 1. But when you look over here to the second page, so we're supposed to work through the first 3, I've got all crooked, first 3 rows on the worksheet. Those solutions are down. It says the additional problems on the worksheet can be used as warm-ups in future lessons if needed. So if your child is not grasping or they're kind of struggling through this whole process, do the first 3 when you're doing this lesson. Then the next day, do the next 1. Do the next 2, do the next 3, however many you feel like they will need to get good practice in. And you can keep reusing these same equations, just put them on a whiteboard or on a different sheet of paper. When working on division problems, it's always good also to consider using graph paper for that. But anyway, so let's talk you through this process. I wrote on just a regular piece of paper the equations from that first line of worksheet 1, and I'm just going to talk you through it. This is called short division. Short division is brilliant and it is fabulous and so much easier than the long division process. So here we go. This is what you do. So first of all, you write lines above where you might be putting in your answer. Okay. So how many times does 2 go into 8? 4 times, right? 4 times 2 is 8. So we're done with that one. How many times does 2 go into 4? It goes into 2 times. Do we have any leftovers? No. We don't need to do anything else. We can just simply be done. We don't need to write 4 times 2 is 8 and find out 0, drop down a 4. We don't need to do any of that with this process. How many times does 2 go into 6? It goes 3 times. No extras. 2 times 3 is 6. So we have no leftovers. How many times does 2 go into 6? Oh, wait a minute. We already know that. So there we go. That's just basically the short division process. Now let's go into something that's a little bit more complicated. Okay, how many times does 2 go into 6? Well, we know, or I'm sorry, 3 go into 6. That would be 2 times, right? 2 times 3 is 6. There's no leftovers, so we don't have to do anything else. Oh, I forgot to put my little lines here. All right, the next step, how many times does 3 go into 2? We do not know. So we're going to put our, it doesn't go any, so we go 0. We put our 0 up there. All right, so 0 times 3 is 0. We could put a 2 up there because we have 2 left over, right? So 2 minus 0. If we were to do it traditional, it would be 0 times 3 is 0, drop it down, 0, and our remainder is 2. We don't need to do all of that. We can just simply put our 2 up there or simply leave these 2 together. So 3 goes into 24. How many times? It goes in 8 times. 8 times 3 is 24, which is the same answer, right? So we don't have any leftovers there. 3 goes into 0, again, 0 times. All right, let's do yet another one, and then I'm going to show you some more. All right, I have my little lines. 4, can it go into 2? No. So that's a 0, or we can just leave it blank. 4 goes into 28, though, 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. We don't need to do anything extra. There's no extras there. So 4 goes into 8, 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. We're good. How many times does 4 go into 4? 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. We don't need to do anything more. All right, so now I'm going to write down these next equations. I want you to see, it's actually from the bottom line. So this is 7, 3, 61, and 5. All right, write our little lines. This is the first equation from the last line. So how many times does 5 go into 7? Oops, I'm a little crooked now. Sorry about that. 5 goes into 7 1 time, right? 1 times 5 is 7. 7 minus 5. How many leftovers do we have? What's the difference between 5 and 7? 2. So we're going to put our 2 there. As opposed to going 1 times 5 is 5, drop it down, 2, and then drop down our 3. We don't need all of that. We can just put our 2 there. Now, how many times does 5 go into 23? It goes 4 times. Now, 4 times 5 is 20. 23 minus 20 is 3 extra, right? So that's what we're going to do. Now we have 36. It's kind of like carrying and every other arithmetic, every other operation. So how many times does 5 go into 36? That goes 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. There's a difference of 1 between 35 and 36. We'll put our 1 there. How many times does 5 go into 11? 2. 2 times 5 is 10, which gives us a remainder of 1. And what that does is a little bit of mental math, but it also creates a very concise way of thinking through division, and it follows the model for all of the other operations where we're carrying the numbers. So anyway, I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Bye.